Greetings to all viewers, and especially the subscribers of the Kin Knowledge is Strength channel. Many thanks to all those who watch the video on the channel. Give likes and don't forget to subscribe, because there is still a lot of interesting things ahead of you. And now let's talk about what excites the minds of almost all people on the planet, about the coronavirus. Today we will not give any scary data about the infection, scary numbers, and all that. I will try to reassure you again. I only ask you to think purely analytically. My words do not pretend to be something undeniable. I just quote my thoughts based on my 10 years of experience as a doctor, on what we were taught in medical, on the articles that I read every day, and on logic. I warn you right away, YouTube removes comments with obscene language and obscene remarks, as well as with racist subtext. So behave appropriately. So, today we will talk about 5 facts about the coronavirus COVID-19, which most media do not like to remember, and which they do not like to talk about. But these facts are not refuted. Only occasionally can they be found in some selected media. The first fact, for the spread of coronavirus, several ideal factors fell out that contributed to its spread practically throughout the world. This is the appearance on the eve of the Chinese New Year, when the largest movement of the masses in the world is noted. The Chinese at this time of the year go to their relatives in the most remote corners of the country, visit their farthest relatives, travel. That is why at the time of the quarantine announcement, Wuhan was able to leave 5 million people. If an infection occurred earlier, in the beginning of autumn, when all kinds of influenza virus infections usually occur, this spread could be avoided. The same thing is noted in the case of the appearance of the virus in Iran, one infected Iranian in China, and, by coincidence, he immediately goes on a pilgrimage to the city of Qum, holy city of Muslims, where 43 people are infected. In South Korea, the majority of patients are infected by a 69-year-old missionary who, for a moment, refuses to take tests for a new type of coronavirus, and then goes to church and preaches, infecting more than 30 people. Does anyone in China ask permission to take tests? Or in Russia? In such a situation, everything happens forcibly, even in the same Italy. So there were suspicions about this granny, and she was not isolated. The virus occurs in Italy exactly when the famous carnival is to take place in Venice. Of course, I am not a supporter of conspiracy theological ideas about world conspiracies, but if it weren't for many of the omissions at the beginning of the infection, then such a scale would certainly have been avoided. I do not think that such errors will be repeated in the future. The second fact, the older the person, the more dangerous the infection is for him. All the dead, at least outside of China, were over 70 years old. An elderly woman in Japan, Chinese in the Philippines, Italian, South Koreans and Iranians. At the same time, many sources claim that children and at all carry the infection either in a mild form or generally asymptomatic. If you want to learn more about this, then click on the link located in your upper right corner of the screen. It's a very interesting video. The third fact, masks do not help, at least those that are sold in most pharmacies in the world. A single-layer mask cannot trap a virus, which is one of the smallest particles in the universe. Therefore, it is better to wear either a special respirator or a 4-layer mask, but made from gauze. The fourth fact, the number of cured people is 9 times more than dead. However, for most people, the same non-specific therapy that is used to treat conventional flu helps. Many experts generally consider the panic over 2,000 dead from coronavirus infection COVID-19 to be excessive, since only in England 17,000 people managed to die from simple flu this year, that is, almost 9 times more. If you want more information on this issue, click on the link that popped up in your upper right corner of the screen. Fifth, diagnostic methods for detecting coronavirus infection are for the most part unreliable and give a high degree of error. The media is used to saying only that thanks to such errors, many patients with coronavirus are considered not sick, but they do not say that many patients with ordinary flu are attributed to patients with a new infection. That is why many people believe that the number of patients with COVID-19 is too high. I hope my video was useful to you. If you have any more interesting facts about coronavirus infection, give them in the comments, only with links to information sources. Like, write comments, and most importantly subscribe to the channel. I promise many more soothing and not very videos on the topic of medicine. Please view other videos on the channel, including the links that I give at the end of the video. Have a nice day and stay on radar.